Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe. So I think it's safe to say that the reaction to the new Fiend Charcoal Edition has been a bit of a mixed bag since his barbecueness crawled out of the ring at Fastlane. A kind of rough consensus is new melty mask cool, goopy magic stuff bad. Those are kind of words to live by, really. But it doesn't take a genius to work out that WWE are quite clearly high on the partnership of The Fiend and Alexa Bliss with the amount that they are featured on Raw, and it is now being reported by WrestlingNews.co that Vince McMahon is said to be a huge fan of all the stuff involving the two. I mean, he does love puke. With The Fiend set to face Randy Orton at WrestleMania, WrestlingNews.co said that there's a lot of effort being put into The Fiend's entrance for the show, as this will be WWE's first major show with fans for over a year, and The Fiend entrances have been very popular thus far. Interestingly, Ringside News have been reporting there has been a pitch internally at WWE to give Alexa her own mask. Feels counterintuitive. So if Mania is all about going big with both characters, maybe this is a place where we could see a new mask debut. What do you reckon though? Do you want to see Alexa Bliss in a mask? Do you think it's a good idea? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'll be replying from my desk at home when the video goes live later today. Yay. So, Paige here was the most recent guest on Renee Paquette's Oral Sessions podcast, and as is usually the case, gave out some choice bits of information for us fans on the show. And as conversations tend to with injured retired stars, the pair eventually moved on to talking about whether or not Paige thinks she will get back into the ring after having been sidelined with a lingering neck injury after returning in 2017 and taking that bad bump in a match with Sasha Banks. Old grey necks, they ain't what they used to be, as proven by Daniel Bryan and Edge both being medically cleared to compete in recent years, which is what turned Paige's mind back to the ring, according to the podcast. She said, "I got chills when I saw Bryan and Edge talking to each other backstage. It was so inspiring and makes me feel good. I haven't had any issues with my neck right now." Right, come on in, Catador. Read the news then. You've been meowing. Read the news. "Sometimes I'll wake up and it feels weird, but it will go away. I'm going to get my neck checked really soon to see the progress of it." Oh, he's trying to escape. Ha! Ha! Into the night, El Catador. "Sometimes I'll wake up and it feels weird, but it will go away. I'm going to get my neck checked really soon to see the progress of it. Hopefully it looks good. I'm not saying any form that they're going to clear me. It's literally just a checkup, but I am intrigued to know how my neck has progressed." Cleared or not, one can only really dream, right? And Paige herself has certainly given the idea of an in-ring return some serious thought. And some of those thoughts are quite terrifying, as it must be for Bryan and Edge. She said, "It scares me as well to come back to wrestling because I really want to and would come back tomorrow, but I'll have it in the back of my head like, what if something happens and I do get paralyzed? It does scare me, and I know I'm not going to be fully ready mentally to come back, but watch out world, because when I am ready to come back mentally, everyone is going to be in trouble." Now, there's also been some brouhaha about a reported backstage meeting before this week's NXT, where it was said that Triple H addressed the locker room about the show moving to Tuesdays post-WrestleMania. Now, originally, Man of Whispers Dave Meltzer reported that Trips had said that NXT had been bullied off of Wednesday nights by AEW. But a correction has now come through, with Meltz tweeting, "In last night's description of the meeting Paul Levesque had with talent, while the description was largely what people said, two people have said the bully line was never said." Now, Dave's initial report framed the conversation as Paul from the back office talking about how NXT had always been on Wednesday and AEW came to their night and forced them off it by being more popular with a larger percentage of the audience. But Fightful Select are reporting now that a number of WWE wrestlers and staff have denied that anything close to Meltzer's original report was actually said. Instead, it notes that Triple H focused on why NXT was moving to Tuesdays, saying it was a positive thing, the lead-in from Raw being a major reason. Look at all these guys that will ruin in a couple of years' time. The report also states that the move has been in the works for a while, and discussions were had with USA last year, and the replay being shown on Peacock is also another positive for the brand, as it is hoped that fans will now concentrate on the show rather than just on the TV viewership figures. Speaking of TV viewership, boring segue, one WrestleMania tradition is trading in that sweet kickoff show spot for a special WrestleMania edition of Smackdown. Because WWE decided on April Fool's Day, of all days, always working us the bastards, to announce that the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, a yearly competition where people compete for the Karamak Trophy of Andre, will be held on next week's SmackDown rather than at Mania. Now, the field was revealed as mostly catering crew people, with notable exceptions of the Hurt by the Business Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, Shitty Knacks, all of the disparate parts of the X-Retribution, still with their names for some reason, and a very low-key return for Murphy. Now, the episode will also see a fatal four-way competition for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, though the participants for that have not been announced as of yet. In other news that you might have missed, because who actually watches 205 Live? Joking, because actually the man we're talking about, the Brian Kendrick, hasn't been on TV since October, so you wouldn't notice even if you did watch it. Now, reports surfaced last November of him working backstage on NXT last year because he was already at the Capitol Wrestling Center for 205 Live on Wednesday nights. But more recently, the 41-year-old star of the Cruiserweight division has been moved up to producer duties on SmackDown and not performing in-ring at all. Now, in a video posted to the WWE Performance Center's YouTube channel, it's seemingly been confirmed that Kendrick has retired from in-ring action entirely. In the video, Brian said initially the idea of producing seemed like a good, not a retirement plan, but the next best thing to wrestling. But it turns out it's just as rewarding in different ways. I love every bit of it. It's a whole new way of looking at wrestling for me, and I welcome the challenge. Godspeed, Brian. Over the fence in AEW, one of the stars of their women's division, Britt Baker, has been addressing fans' concerns about the booking of the division in the company in an interview with WrestleTalk. Oh, hey, that's us, that's our thing. It was Nugget. Nugget did it. You can read more about this over on WrestleTalk.com, where there'll be plenty more updates from the interview, but Baker was saying that fans need to be patient with the division. She said the women's division especially has little to no TV experience, so we're learning on the fly for your entertainment. So please be patient with us. Please. She said about the fans that they're saying we deserve more, but it needs to be the right time and everybody needs to be ready for the opportunity as well. And a part of me is thankful for all the criticism, because if we didn't have it, I don't think I would have had as much of a fire under my arse for the main event match. She said ass, but arse sounds better here. So the moral then is, keep criticising, because then we get classic matches like the unsanctioned one with Thunder Rosa. I don't think that's what she was going for, but it's what I'm taking away from it. Let's talk ratings to close things out, because soon it's not gonna matter. In the penultimate week of the Wednesday Night War, NXT's Go Home edition for TakeOver Stand and Deliver drew 654,000 viewers, which is down from last week by 20-odd thousand viewers. Now, Dynamite also raked in 700,000 sets of eyes, which is also down from the previous week by 57,000, and it was also down 13% in the key 18 to 49 demo with a 0.26, which is tied as the worst rating in that key demo this year for Dynamite, the other occurring on the night of the Capitol riot back in January. Before we go, let's check in with Simon Longdon, who has found the real reason the Hurt Business broke up on this week's ScreenGrapple.
Well, the Hurt Business broke up, and well, we asked for it, apparently. I don't want to kink shame anyone, but at this point Vince is breaking up tag teams with the sort of fetishistic veracity of a rat humping its way through a fleshlight factory. Twitter obviously blew up about the breakup of the Hurt Business, and even Batista, former world champion and leading purveyor of wearing turtlenecks, he asks the question on all of our minds, who? Who would do this? And the answer, according to a horribly timed interview with the Wall Street Journal from Stephanie McMahon, is that it's our fault. So as WWE's brand officer, Stephanie obviously has to do these sorts of interviews where she sits down with sort of robot business lady 305 and says things about global marketing trends in a way that no one understands or should even care about. They have 60 data scientists working at WWE. They're analysing it, they're synthesising it, they're zoom and enhancing it. They can track the impact of a performer or storyline on viewership. Wow. I mean, that is impressive stuff. So why the fuck did they break up the Hurt Business? Who synthesized this storyline? This is the problem. You can't synthesize You can't synthesize a turd. That's the problem. Oh look, there's a whole cosplay side to our business. People want to dress as their favourite performer. I believe her husband did a bit of that back in the day, although Peacock are obviously sorting that out, so that won't be there anymore. So there we have it. The reason her business have broken up wasn't because Vince has a weird predilection for just carving up tag teams as soon as he gets half a chance. It's because they collected data on all of us watching it, and they decided, based on that data, that we wanted this to happen. Everything that's happening on Raw is a reaction to us. So, you want to know who to blame for Raw being this bad? It's you. And me. But mainly you.
So, Vince McMahon was reportedly super down on a segment with Edge on WWE, and you can find out more about that by clicking the video over there, or you can click the one below for more news of another WWE backstage release. Subscribe if you haven't already to stay up to date with all of the latest wrestling news, and leave a like and a comment if that suits you, because that will really help us out. I've been El Fakador, your Jam That Jampion. Jam that jam.